What's going on, everybody? It's Stop Bets. We're checking back in. We got our conference championship show on the dot coming at you guys here on our usual Friday nights. It's been 3 weeks in a row. Last week we had a huge show. Went 6-2 for plus 7.15 units. So that makes us, I think, up 15 units or so on the season. Very, very, very exciting numbers there. Really pumped. I want to get to double digits. Hopefully, we can get to 20 plus by the end of the Super Bowl. That would be ideal. So a little bit shorter show tonight when we have just 2 games to discuss. We got, as always, this is powered by Occupy Fantasy. Make sure you guys use the link below. Sign up for Occupy Fantasy. All your DFS needs. They have PGA full in effect. One of the best models. I use this every single day. MLB on the way. Of course, NFL and NBA as well. And they have probably one of the best NHL Discords out there. So if you are an NHL hockey fan, please join the Discord. Use the description below to sign up for Occupy Fantasy. Shout out to all those guys over there. All right. So we got the final 4. We got the Chiefs, Ravens, and we have the 49ers versus the Lions. Elite matchups. I'm thoroughly excited for obviously the Chiefs Ravens game. That is going to be one hell of a matchup. I'm deep down rooting for the Lions, but I'm realistically know kind of what is bound to happen. And I know Jared Goff on the road. So my heart is with the Lions, but I think my money is going to be somewhere else here with the 49ers. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys have any questions, DFS questions, props, player props, whatnot throughout the show, throw them in there. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button. And then if you are on Twitter, hit that repost or X, use the repost button. And if you're on Twitch, shout me out, throw me a comment. Appreciate you guys tuning in. All right. So this 2-game slate, it's we've played somewhat of them for DFS wise. I haven't played them too heavily, but you really want to try to mega stack. And we got the Lions 49ers game, which is probably going to be the heaviest ownership wise with the 51.5 point total for good measure. I would lean the 49ers here with the mega stack. And then you could also, what I think is going to be a little bit more higher scoring of an affair is the Chiefs Ravens game. Kind of against the grain there. You think it's going to be a ground and pound game. Both those teams are very, very good against the run. So I think you can see somewhat of a sneaky shootout there. But yeah, all the ownership probably will land on the Lions 49ers game and land on more than likely the passing games for both of them. But I think the passing games for the Chiefs Ravens are very hard to predict. But if you get the right ones, they're going to come in at the right ownership to get you some good leverage on the field. What's going on, Brett? We got Andrews or likely, Gibbs or Monty, anytime touchdowns. So Andrews will be in the parlay at the end of the show. So he's definitely in mine. And Gibbs and Monty, I get wrong every single week. If I'm on Monty, it ends up being Gibbs. So my heart right now is with Gibbs. So play Monty. He's going to score. That's just how it goes. Appreciate the comment though. All right. And so back to DFS real quick. Speaking of Mark Andrews, so he's going to be active. He's going to be, I don't know how active he will be, but you got to think he's going to be using the red zone. That is definitely, I think, a pretty far gone conclusion here. So I do like him in DFS to still play him. He still has the ability to score there. And I probably, if you're playing high risk lineup, maybe go with likely over him. But in most of my lineups that I'm going to play a little bit more Mark Andrews. But like I said, the Chiefs Ravens, if you get the big marquee MVS uh, reception, or you get the big Bateman or OBJ. You nail Justin Watson. You nail one of these pass catchers that are probably going to catch the football and for a big game and just ruin the slate. You get one of those right. I think that's where you can kind of break this slate for your benefit. So make sure you guys are throwing one of those guys in each one of your high risk lineups. And then, of course, I think Jameson Williams for the Lions will be very, very popular. And then the 49ers, depending on Debo's status, he's probably going to play. He's probably going to play through it. You can see some ownership going to Juwan Jennings. But all right, enough DFS talk. We will, if you got any other questions on that, join the Discord below or just shoot me a DM on Twitter. All righty. Well, so let's get to some picks. So not as many picks this week, obviously, with I think we got I don't have a spread play. I do have a 3-unit max play for subscribers. It's probably my second max play of the NFL season. So if you want to hit that link below and you can get that, that is my favorite spread. I think you can probably guess by the way I'm talking about the team, who I'm leaning here. But I do have a total for the first half that I'm eyeing. Like I said, the Chiefs-Ravens game is going to be a sneaky shootout. I think they're going to start out with a little bit of fireworks. So Chiefs-Ravens, first half over 22.5. Believe this game goes over here. If you've watched both those games last week, a lot, the Texans-Ravens game, you saw a lot of usage early, and then we were on the Ravens first half. Man, we got crushed by that damn kick return, and we pretty much nailed it because otherwise they didn't score a touchdown. So sucks for our bets. We would have went 7-1, but good angle there that I thought we liked. And then the Chiefs game, they came out swinging against the Bills. So I see fireworks early and often here, and then going into halftime, it's going to be more of a shootout or not a shootout in the second half, but a little bit more defensive oriented once they make their adjustments. So Chiefs Ravens here, first half over 22.5. This started at like 21 and a half. It's worked its way up to 22 and a half. So lock that one in, or you can wait and see if it goes down. But I would think it goes a little bit more. I think it might creep up to 23 by game time. All right. And then I'm going to throw out a teaser here for, it's going to be a 6-point teaser, 2-leg, and you can go, it's either 49ers 1.5 or 1, depending on what book you're at. And then it's Chiefs, either 9.5 or 10, depending on what book you're at. So I'm going 49ers -1, Chiefs +10. That's for -120, 1.5 units. Like I said, 49ers should roll. They are clearly the better team. Jared Goff on the road is always a nightmare in my eyes. It should be perfect conditions though out in San Fran, but you still have the outdoor effect. And I think Jared Goff's like 3-6 against this against the 49ers. Obviously played them as the Rams. They got a lot of tape on them. They know exactly what they're getting here. So 49ers tease them down. And then the Chiefs, man, we were on the Chiefs heavy last week. And anytime you can give me Mahomes as a dog, you got to take it. And then in this case, it just keeps increasing. So why not play a little bit more safe? Go the teaser out. And if the Chiefs get beat by double digits, you can just crown the Ravens the title because they are clearly the best team in the league. If they beat, right now I would say that, and then even if they beat the Chiefs by double digits, it's just a damn rout. All right, let me pull up the AccuProp radar real quick. As always, if you guys have tuned in all season long, use this tool religiously here over on OccupyFantasy.com. Go to the betting tab, go over here to the AccuProp radar, search for any particular player. We're going to go to the one and only Lamar Jackson as our first prop bet of the week. And we're going to go to, let's see. to score a touchdown. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Passing touchdowns. All right. Like I said before, we have Mark Andrews back. And I think both of these teams are very, very tough to score on through the run, especially running backs. The Ravens have given up 5 running back touchdowns on the season. The Chiefs have given up 6. So a lot of times you've seen the Ravens score through the ground game with Gus Edwards. I like his anytime touchdown number. However, I just think that they're either going to, if they run the ball in with Lamar, so be it on a scramble play. But I do like this Lamar Jackson plus 146 here to score or to throw for 2 touchdowns here. We got him, what is it? Last 4 out of the 5 games. He's got 3, 1, 2, 5, and 2. So getting this high of a number here with that, it's a bit surprising. I have seen it quite a bit in the industry for this, but I think it's good for good measure. You might want to lock this one in now before it goes down before the game. But yeah, the way I think you're going to have to attack this Chiefs team is through the air. Like I said, you got Lamar, and then the Mark Andrews factor back. I mean, I just think this is a smash spot here for over 1.5 passing touchdowns for Lamar Jackson. All righty. And then we got our second prop. We're only going to have 2 props tonight. I'll probably have a little bit more. Might have a same game parlay as well that I put out on the X universe there. But we are going to go to the Lions San Fran game. And if I think that the Lions are going to be playing from behind, always one of my favorite angles is to target the running back receptions. And who gives up a top? I think it's the 6th highest receptions to the running back position. That would be the 49ers. So Jahmyr Gibbs over 3.5 receptions makes the most sense here. Let's pull up the OccuProp radar. Let's search for Gibbs. Simple and easy. And we got not the most receiving yards. Let's go total receptions. So minus 103. It's over 3.5 across the board here. Then you can see the less juice over at Caesars. So go ahead and take it over at Caesars. Over 3.5. He's hit this in 9 of 17 games this season. A little bit less action in the passing game as of late, but he has gotten 4 receptions in 3 of his last 5 games as well. And like I said, if you're in a trailing game script, you're going to fire up the receptions for the running back position. And what I've been doing a little bit lately is I might start sharing these in the Discord, or I think it's easier in the Discord. But I've been nailing a lot of players to catch a pass on the next drive. So I've been Amon-Ra St. Brown's one of them. I was hammering George Kittle last week. And then I had Kelsey and Rice a bunch. So you have besides the Ravens, you have 3 teams that have concentrated targets. So I think that's a very, very good angle in game. You got to be paying attention. Otherwise, you're just throwing money away. You have to literally be watching each and every drive and kind of how they're operating. So join the Discord. I'll probably share a couple in there this week, but that has been pretty successful for me. Just some personal bets as I'm watching the game. But yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs over 3.5 receptions, minus 103. All right, in our anytime touchdown pick to click, we nailed George Kittle last week. We had him for plus 140, I think, to score, and we also had his first touchdown. And that I was watching it, but I have YouTube TV, so I'm always a little bit behind. And somebody in the Discord popped off and said Kittle touchdown. I'm like, oh snap! And I'm watching it. It's like, oh, I just hit all, because we had the longest reception, anytime touchdown, and the first touchdown for George Kittle. So, bam, we hit it all on that same play. I think it was like a 35-yard touchdown pass, maybe close to a 40-yard touchdown pass. Was an elite play for us. That was fun to have. But we're gonna go back to the 49ers here, because why would you not target a team that has given up the third most receiving touchdowns in the league, and that is against this Detroit Lions defense. So nonetheless, let's go to the wide receiver 1 for the 49ers, Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk plus 115 over on FanDuel. We bring the AccuProp radar back up. Let me search for him real quick. And it's the prototypical roller coaster odds that I like to search for to score a touchdown here. We got as low as minus 120 over on DraftKings and as high as plus 125 if you have PointsBet. I don't have PointsBet. You can go ahead and get him at plus 125. So I'm taking him at plus 115 over on FanDuel. But love these odds for Ayuk. And I'm also taking a stab at the first touchdown plus 1,000 once again. We crushed that on Kittle. So why not go back to him here on Ayuk? Obviously, this could be ruined by CMC as he always scores plenty of touchdowns. But let's see a big play to start the game to Ayuk on their first drive for the 49ers. He hasn't scored in a couple games if I remember. Let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, he hasn't scored. He's only scored once in his last 6 games. So really, really excited. I think this is a good bounce back spot versus this Lions defense, who is known to give up a ton of touchdowns. So Ayuk, anytime touchdown, pick to click, and then the first touchdown of the game for plus 1,000. And as I said earlier on in the show, we're going to always close with the anytime touchdown parlay, and Ayuk is going to be a part of it. And the guy I teased early on in the show, Mark Andrews. So you got Ayuk and Andrews plus 674. I'm going to go a half unit. I got that over on FanDuel for the best odds there. I think it's like Andrews is like plus 260 over there. Let me just pull up the AccuProp radar real quick just to make sure. Mark Andrews. But I'll probably take 2 guys per game, a little bit higher odds. So I'll probably put that into the Discord as well. Before the starts of the game, we got play out. Plus 260 is the highest one. I'll pull this up real quick. Plus 260 over on FanDuel. It's as low as plus 200 over on BetMGM. So, like I said, another roller coaster odds there. Best odds over on FanDuel. So Ayuk, you're getting the best odds on Ayuk and Andrews, plus 674 for the anytime touchdown parlay. All right, let me know if you guys have any other questions. And if you don't, we'll get up on out of here. Let's recap it real quick. We got the Chiefs, Ravens, first half, over 22.5. We got the 6-point teaser, 49ers -1, Chiefs plus 10. We got that for 1.5 units, a little bit more juice on that one. Then you got Lamar Jackson over 1.5 pass touchdowns, plus 146. Jahmyr Gibbs over 3.5 receptions. And Ayuk for the pick to click, the anytime touchdown and the first touchdown. And then we got Ayuk and Andrews, the double A anytime touchdown parlay. So let's get it. Let's have another successful show here for the conference championships. Hopefully we have 2 great games, and then we'll have a break next week as we prepare. I will not have a Pro Bowl game or a stream. I will not have a Pro Bowl stream. Probably we'll have some personal bets there, but yeah, not going to overdo it there. And then we will be back for the Super Bowl. I will let you guys know. It might be it probably end up being another Friday night, but I will let you guys know. So make sure you guys are following me on X at @bets. And as always, make sure you tune in throughout the week. Me and Teaser go through our PGA show on it's at Tuesday nights at 7:30 Central Time. So I think we have the Pebble Beach coming up this next week. And if you guys didn't check out the Farmers Insurance, make sure you guys check it out on the YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. We are over 100 subscribers. Probably never thought I would say that because I don't know, just didn't think I'd ever get into this YouTube thing. And so I appreciate you guys subscribing and showing out each and every season for PGA and NFL. So with that, we'll get up on out of here and let's catch some bets this week. See you guys.